Hey there! If you're watching this, chances are you have felt the weight of insecurity in your relationships. Maybe you're someone who's afraid of being vulnerable, scared of making mistakes, or simply unsure of whether you'll ever get it right. Here's the thing, real love doesn't require perfection, it requires courage. So today, we are diving into 3 types of courage you need to step into your relationships with confidence, even if it feels insecure. Let's break it down. First, the courage to abandon your tried and tested methods. If you've ever found yourself repeating the same patterns in your relationships, it's because those methods have worked before, even if only in limited ways. But here's the thing, those methods may not be serving you anymore. Maybe you've built walls around your heart, avoiding deep connection because you're scared of being hurt. Or maybe you're holding back, not wanting to be too vulnerable because you fear rejection. That's what happens when you rely too heavily on your old defense mechanisms. It's comfortable, yes, but it's also limiting. The courage to abandon those methods isn't easy, especially when you're insecure. But it's necessary for growth. It's all about being willing to try something new, even if it feels uncomfortable. When you step out of your comfort zone and abandon those tried and tested methods, you give yourself the chance to experience authentic connection. You allow yourself to be seen for who you truly are, not just the guarded version you've been holding on to. The second kind of courage is the courage to put yourself in the ring before you feel ready. Let's face it, feeling ready for love is a bit of a myth, especially for those of us who are struggling with insecurity. You might feel like you need to have everything figured out, like you need to be fully healed, or you have your life perfectly put together before you can open yourself up to someone else. But that's just a trap. Waiting until you feel ready is often the biggest barrier to true intimacy. In reality, the best way to learn, grow, and experience love is to get into the ring before you feel fully prepared. Whether it's having difficult conversations, setting boundaries, or being emotionally available, the courage to take the first step, even when you don't feel ready, is the secret to lasting love. Think about it. No one ever feels completely ready for the challenges of relationships. But stepping into it anyway is where the magic actually happens. You might stumble, you might actually get hurt, but you also get to experience growth, intimacy, and connection that you'd never have experienced if you had waited for perfection. And finally, we come to the third kind of courage, the courage to make more mistakes than others make attempts. Did you hear me right? More mistakes than others make attempts. This one hits hard, especially for those of us who feel insecure, especially that. Mistakes can feel like failure, and nobody wants to fail in love. What they want to do is fall in love, right? But here's the truth. In relationships, mistakes are inevitable, especially when you're trying to be more vulnerable, more open, or more connected. And guess what? That's okay. In fact, it's necessary. If you want to build a deep connection, you've got to be willing to make mistakes and learn from them. You can't grow in love if you're too scared to put yourself out there. The courage to make mistakes is about embracing imperfection because each mistake teaches you something valuable. It teaches you how to communicate better, how to understand your partner's needs, and how to love yourself through the process. So take risks, make mistakes, and don't be afraid to make more mistakes than others make attempts because in the end, it's not about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning how to navigate them. Now let's put it all together and let's review what we have just spoken about. The 3 kinds of courage you need for real love, especially if you're feeling insecure, are: number 1, the courage to abandon your tried and tested methods that no longer serve you. 2, the courage to put yourself in the ring before you feel ready, knowing that vulnerability and discomfort are part of the journey. Number 3, the courage to make more mistakes than others make attempts, understanding that failure is just another step towards connection and growth. It takes courage to open yourself up to someone else. It takes courage to love, especially when you're afraid of being hurt. But the more courage you have, the more deeply you can love and connect with others. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up, be vulnerable, and keep trying. If you're feeling insecure about love, know this: you are not alone. Everyone feels uncertain at times, especially when it comes to relationships. But remember, real love requires courage. Courage that comes from making mistakes, being vulnerable, and abandoning old habits that hold you back. So, why don't you step into the ring, even if you don't feel ready, even if you're scared? Remember, courage is key to real connection, and that's what matters the most. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little more courage in their love life. Take care and keep showing up with your heart wide open. Bye bye.